A tenant who abandons a rental without paying the last months of rent or leaving funds for damages is a common and frustrating problem for landlords and property managers. At People Locator Skip Tracing, tenant skip recovery is one of our most frequent requests from property management clients. Here's the professional framework for locating and recovering from a skip tenant. The starting point is the rental application, the most valuable document the landlord has. A completed rental application contains the tenant's full legal name, date of birth, social security number, current and prior addresses, current and prior employer, emergency contact information, and the names of co-occupants. This information, combined with professional database access, is typically sufficient to locate the tenant within 24 hours. Why tenants skip? Most skipping tenants aren't criminal masterminds. They're people who found themselves in a financial hole and chose to leave rather than face an eviction. They typically move to a nearby city or county, find new housing relatively quickly, and have a fairly normal digital footprint. They're not trying to be unfindable, they're just trying to avoid their former landlord specifically. This makes tenant skip tracing one of the more straightforward location tasks. Professional databases with current credit header and utility connection data reliably surface the new address within days or weeks of the skip. The legal recovery path. Once located, you have several options. Send a demand letter to the new address for the amount owed, rent shortfall plus documented damages. If the amount exceeds the threshold for small claims, consider filing in small claims court and serving the defendant at their new address using professional process serving. Once you have a judgment, wage garnishment is typically the most practical recovery tool for former tenants. For property damage claims exceeding the security deposit, building a documented evidence file, photographs, contractor estimates, and a written accounting before filing strengthens your position in court. People Locator. Skip tracing works with individual landlords and property management companies on tenant skip recovery. Visit peoplelocatorskiptracing.com to place your order.